Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey,
How we doing?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm so good. I'm doing really well. Although I just broke my rule. I've stopped asking people how they're doing because of everything that's been going on lately. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone has the same answer. You know,
I
they're just
know, right? Yeah.
despite
Good.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not really genuine. Yeah, I get it.
right. Everyone's sort of fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but thank you so much for doing this. We've never met before, so we're meeting on Zoom. I love it.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, we're a radio station in Connecticut, Star 99.9, and we normally do these acoustic sessions, live, and then we've been doing these virtual Star at Home sessions. So just want to say quick thanks to Little Pub for do them. It's a really cool restaurant here in Fairfield, Connecticut, and Duchess Restaurants too. They sponsor our meet and greets, so
Cool.
they've been helping us out this whole time too.
Cool.
So yeah, so we have two winners in here, and then I think we have a couple more who are going to jump in a second. So we're going to do a quick Q&A, and then we're going to I have a bunch of songs that you guys have acoustic, and we're going to get to that too. So
Cool.
I'll kick it off with the Q&A, and then we'll go to Betsy and Taylor, and you can ask your questions. All right. So one thing, so I love your music. I'm a big fan of the band, and
Thank you.
you guys play so many instruments. It's so impressive how many instruments you play. And I have a 1.5-year-old, my wife and I, and she's getting to that age where she's very musical. She sings in the car. She picks up her avocado guitar. So I'm wondering, what do you think is the best instrument for a child to learn once they get to the age where they start picking up instruments?
Definitely piano.
yeah, I think piano is the most intuitive, where it's, low is down here and it goes higher to up here.
Yeah, you could see every single note in front of you. With the guitar, you kind of have to look at two things. Yeah, piano is just the perfect instrument for that. Yeah.
Yeah, guitar's a lot of hand-eye coordination, going back and forth. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we gave Ryan the piano. By far the easiest. Yeah.
All right, we'll stick with the piano then. We'll get her a little keyboard. And the other thing I was gonna ask is, so once the pandemic started with the stay-at-home stuff, I feel like you guys were prepared for that almost in an inadvertent way because you have your home studio and all the setup over there already. Did you immediately start writing songs once you're
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, well, every song we write and we've written has really been in our living room or our bedroom, so we were very much prepared. We were supposed to be on tour at around when it kind of started getting big, but of course we had to stay home, and that is really the first thing that we did. It's kind of the only thing we had to do. It's like the only thing we know how to do really at this point. So we said, we're not touring. Let's just jump right in, and it's not something we ever do. Most artists have basically they rent out a studio, they go in, they sit down with co-writers, and they say, what are we going to write about today? We've never really done that before. We've never sat down and said, let's try to come up with an idea. Every idea that you hear has popped into our head on the street or after we see a movie, and then we have to rush home and write about it. But now that we have to stay home, we were kind of forced to attempt it in that way, and it actually ended up working out. We've written a bunch of songs so far, some of which are going to come out extremely soon. So excited to see what you guys think.
So excited for that. All right, perfect. Let's go to the first question. So let's go to Betsy first. Let me see. Let me just unmute
Betsy.
you. Hold on. I'll mute you.
Hi guys, you're a family favorite.
Oh, the whole family.
They're embarrassed. I'm not shy, but my job is to embarrass them thoroughly. So thank you.
Good, do it. I love it.
You answered one of my questions already, was sort of how do you get creative? What gets that creativity going for you guys? So maybe the next question is, being siblings and being a parent of two boys, do those issues, typical sibling rivalries ever come up during your day-to-day or creative performing, any of that stuff?
Yeah, they do. I don't know how to ever answer this question really well, just because we've been so close, physically and as brothers, since we're very young. We grew up in a really small apartment in New York City, so for forever we all shared a room. We had this bunk bed that kind of fit all three of us. So we've been doing this together from a really young age, so we don't know any other way. We haven't had time to be alone and then come together and start fighting. But I think, we do definitely argue and have those sibling rivalries on the road. But since we've been doing it for so long, we have a really good understanding of, what our individual roles are in the band. So we respect that and try to, move on quickly.
Love that. Well, we're giant fans. We're in Connecticut. We love you guys lots. And if we can get a chance to see you live, we'll be there soon.
Thank you so much. Yeah, hopefully we get to come back next year.
Excellent.
Perfect. Thanks, Betsy. All right, let's go to Taylor next. I'm going to ask to unmute you. There we go.
Hi.
Hey, Taylor.
I just have to say I really love your music and your concepts. It's so awesome.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Yay.
So I know that you said for the music video for Bang, it was like a visualization of how the song sounded to you. And so I was wondering, when you're creating new music, like when does an image like that become concise, and does it influence your writing process in any way?
What a really, really great question. It's obviously different per song, but it could be instant, honestly.
Yeah. Sometimes the image is the first thing that comes to us, even
Yeah.
before the song. It's, you know, like you said, even if, okay, let's say we watch a movie and we see a certain character relation. We never want to just write a song about that. Oh, these two characters went through. As long as we feel some kind of empathy with it. Oh, this also happened to us. I think this is a relatable idea for an anthem. Then we know, okay, it's something that we want to create. So often we'll start with that image. And when I say image, it's almost like a snapshot of an emotion, like a feeling, right? And so then we think, okay, how can we make a song sonically that sounds like that feeling? And so, yeah, with Bang, I think right off the bat, we knew we wanted it to feel a little evil, a little like naughty, but also a little classy and like musical theatery. And so we kind of built the song around that. And then when it was time to make the music video, it was like, oh, of course, let's set this in a casino, like the classiest thing ever.
That's great. Great question, Taylor.
Yeah, good question.
And Bang is, I mean, it sounds so theatrical to me. It's such a fun song. It almost sounds like it could score like a Broadway show. Have you ever thought about doing something like that? Like a theater type, like scoring something like that?
Yeah. From a very young age, we've thought about that. That's been a big dream of ours. That's why you hear so much influence in our music.
Right.
We really grew up. Our parents played, you know, they played all like the classic artists for us, but they also played us a lot of like Broadway and like classical music in the car. And we kind of fell in love with the emotions. So we thought it would be kind of cool to incorporate that with like a totally 21st century mainstream sound. We thought that amalgamation would be really interesting to people.
Because Broadway has its drawbacks. Like it can get really cheesy.
Right.
But like it also, pop music or alt music also has its drawbacks. You know, sometimes it can't get as big and bombastic as Broadway can get. So we like to walk that line.
Yeah, all your music has that feel to it, but Bang especially, when that first came out, I was like, wow, this is amazing. You can almost
with a story with that. So we made that track like 2 years ago, or it's like a year and a half ago for Neo Theater. And at the time, it sounded way more like you said. It like really belonged in a Broadway show. Like it was kind of a lot slower, and there weren't like really drums.
It's like the landlord walks into the Broadway show
to demand the rent. Yeah, exactly. Evil landlord. So we said, okay, let's put that aside. That's kind of cool, and we had fun making it. But we put it away, and then like a year later, when we were writing this new music, it came up again, and we said, you know, what if we put some cool like trap drums over it and speed it up? Will people start nodding their head? And it actually worked out.
Nice. That's great. All right, so let's watch some live music. So we got 3 songs lined up, and we're gonna perform them right now. So here we go.
Hello, we're AJR, and this is Sober Up. Won't you help me sober up? Growing up, you made me numb, and I wanna feel something again. Won't you help me sober up? All the big kids, they got drunk, and I wanna feel something again. Won't you help me feel something again? How's it go again? Supposed to be. I hope that you're missing me, 'cause it makes me feel young. And hello, last time that I saw your face was recess in 2nd grade, and it made me feel young. Hey, won't you help me sober up? Growing up to make me young, and I wanna feel something again. Won't you help me sober up? All the big kids, they got drunk, and I wanna feel something again. Won't you help me feel something again? How's it go again? Goodbye, I said who my bestest part. You said that we keep in touch, and we take our bets. All my new friends, we smile at party time, but soon we forget to smile at anything else. I just want to feel something again.
How's it going,
Won't you
Jay?
help me sober up? Growing up and making up, and I want to feel something again. Won't you help me sober up? Oh, baby, just take a jump, and I want to feel something again. Won't you help me feel something again? Can I finally feel something again?
How's it going again?
I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around. And the rumpus and rug is so comfortable now. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to go. So I got in a pub, been across from the bar, looking out in my fridge, still I'm not feeling grown. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to go.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song, everybody come in. Let's go out with the bang. I'm way too young to love you forever, I'm way too old to try, so whatever come in. Let's go out with the bang. Feel like I'm gonna puke, cause my taxes are due to my password begin with a 1 or a 2. I've been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow.
Metronome.
Man, I'm up to something. Woody-la-dee-do, thank you all for coming. I hope you like the show, cause it's on a budget. So woody-la-dee-do, yeah, come on, here we go, yeah, come on.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song, everybody come in. Let's go out with a bang. Oh, I'm way too young to lie with forever, I'm way too old to trust, so whatever come in. Let's go out with a bang. Here we go. This is Burn the House Down. Used to keep it cool, used to be your fool, all about the bouncing my step. Watch it on the news, what you gonna do? I could even fashion baguette. Used to keep it cool. Shirts I keep it light, stay out of the fight. No one's gonna listen to me. If I write a song, bitchin' what is wrong, then let me sing on TV. Should I keep it light? Is that right? Where we go? Then up and down that road. Way up, we go. We don't run the road down. Watch me standing in line. Your police will be nice. You got something to earn. We don't run the road down. We gon' burn the whole house down. Yeah, used to let it go. Walk into the show, gargling at the drinks on your sleep. Too good to be true, but I'm in a room full of entertainers and thieves. Used to let it go. Whoa, oh no. Hey, 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 where we go? Then up and down that road. Where we go? We gon' burn the whole house down. Watch me standing in
Yeah, thank you so much. This is so fun. This is the first time we've done an acoustic session, Star at Home session like this on Zoom. So this was great. They were fantastic. Really fun to talk to them and see the performance. So thank you again for being on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks to Little Pub and Duchess too. See ya.
Bye.